Hi everyone, Kirk here with Kirk's Motorrad Shop in Crystal Lake, Illinois, bringing you a product review, I guess. It is going to be on the Rabaconda tire changer. So a little bit ago, I was reading in the MOA magazine, and I came across an article on these Rabaconda tire changers, and I really like the look of the profile of these tire changers because they have a very small footprint, and I have a very small shop, and I do not, as of yet, up till now anyway, have been able to change my own tires on the bikes. I usually send them to a neighboring town where I have a friend of mine who owns a shop, and he's been gracious enough to change tires for me. Well, now I should be able to do some of those tire changes right here in my shop, unless I run into, you know, something that's really difficult or tricky or something. But anyways, I wanted to show you this Rabaconda changer. If you are interested in one of these tire changers, just simply visit Rabaconda.com. I will leave a link down in the description down below, and you can check out their current pricing and any deals that they might have going on or something like that. So, but let's get going on a tire change. So I have a rear tire right now off of a K1600GTL, and I'm going to just swap the tire out. So let's get going on it. So I'm going to do my very best to show you the setup of this device, as well as try to keep things in frame. I'm going to really try to be conscious too. So you guys out there who are looking to buy one of these, you have the best opportunity to see just what it takes to set this unit up, as well as change out a tire. What I like about it so far is that it's all in this package right here. This right here, which I'm not going to show in this video, this is a tire balancer. I've only set this thing up one time with the rep from Rabaconda, so I might get some things screwed up here, but I do have my assistant, as you can see. He is going to help me. I'm sure of it. Right, Beamer? Are you going to help me? You are a Beamer. All right. Look out, buddy. It does come with instructions, of course, which for the moment I'm going to ignore because I can remember a little bit of how to set this thing up, I think. Alright, that's pretty much the base unit right there. This is the duck head. This is the rod that goes through the center of the wheel. This part here is for the both the crank handle, which is this green thing, and it is also for the bead breaker. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. So if you guys have a BMW and it has this large center hole here, you got to do something to fill that up. So they do sell adapters. So I got the adapter for it, and it's a dual-sided adapter. It has a small side and a large side on this adapter, and you just figure out which one it fits. In this case, it's going to be this larger one here. So when we mount the tire onto the changer here, I'm going to just try to keep an eye on where the valve stem is, because that's going to be pretty much, if your tire has a TPMS, you want that to be in an area where you're conscious of it, so you don't damage it. There's no chance of damaging that thing. All right, and my cushions are touching the tire and rim. They're in good shape right now. They're right where they need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and let the air down out of the tire. Alright, we're just going to spray a little lubricant in here. It's really just a soap and water mix. And now we need to knock the bead out. So we're going to get the bead tool here, and we're going to place this just above the rim so that this thing doesn't collide with the rim, because, you know, it's not gonna break the bead. So we just need to lift it up to the point about right there, tighten it down, and then we need to just push down on this in different areas. So what I do is I take a little, push it in and spray a little lube down in there to help facilitate the bead breaking. So we're going to push and then turn the wheel. Just go in different areas until the bead comes loose. There it goes. Now we turn the tire over and do the same thing. Alright, starting to go. There it goes. So we're going to take the duck head, as it's called, and put that on here. And we're going to place the, right on top of the rim. We're just going to fit it down on there and tighten it down a little bit. And now what we need to do is roll the tire, the bead of the tire, we need to roll that onto the duck head here. So right in this area here where it's got a little lip sticking out, we're going to take our tire tool that comes with the kit, roll it up underneath. We're going to make sure that we're not going to jam into our valve stem. Let's make sure we do that. Okay, the valve stem's over here, so the TPMS is about right here. Okay, there it is rolled out, and then there's a little hook that's right here. I'm just going to hook that in. Now we're going to take our handle onto our ratchet mechanism. Going to put our hand right down here to hold it, and then we're going to use this pin that comes with the kit and set that down in here so that it blocks the rim from being able to spin. So when we spin it, we're not running into something. We're going to hold on right here, and it's basically in case this thing falls out, it doesn't drop down and damage the rim. So let's roll this over, and it should roll it off of the bead. As you can see, just kind of rolling it right off. There we go. I'm going to roll that back up to the 12 o'clock position and do the same thing with the other side of the bead. It's getting hung up on this sensor. There it is. Same thing now. I'm going to hold on to here and roll this thing around. And if it comes out, it's okay, as long as the bead is still rolling around, which it is. There we go, the tire's off. Now we're going to bring the new tire in, and we're going to lubricate the rim. So what I have here is the Rabaconda bead grease. You can use other bead grease if you want. I just happen to get this one from them at the same time that I got the tire changer. I'm going to take a little bit of bead grease and, well, I'm going to put it right on the bead, of course. I also have the spray if I need it. I'm going to make sure that the tire is going in the right direction, okay? So think about whichever way your rim is facing, you want the tire to be going in the correct direction. Try to get the bead over the sensor if I can, and then push down. Should be able to push this on. If not, you can use the duck head to roll this on. Run this up, down on top of there, tighten that up. There it goes. All right. Roll this thing back all the way around. Once you get it to this point here where the first bead is on, you want to make sure that your balance dot is at the heaviest part of the tire, if you have one on this tire. On this tire, there's not one on here, so I'm going to, I mean, I could use this as the balance dot, whatever, you know, you're going to wind up balancing the tire anyway. And now I'm going to settle that in right there. It comes with these little stops right here. I'm going to go ahead and set one of those on there. Right there. Make sure my sensor is where it's supposed to be. It is. There we go. I'm going to crank this down a little bit. Hopefully it's going to stay right where it needs to be. Okay. I'm going to take my other, I've got another stop here. I'm going to set that in right there. And I'm going to roll this thing down. Hopefully it's going to all stay in place and roll that tire right into place. You can see it's going right in. There we go. Let's pull these off. Just pull the duck head off. Remove the tire off of here. Flip it around. Now we're going to put air in it, air the tire up without the valve stem, and allow it to seat the bead. You don't need to crank the hell out of these. It really only takes about 4 Newton meters, which is really just finger tight. 42. Now if you really want to, you can you know, put some soap on the rim just to make sure you don't have any leaks, but in this case I don't think there's going to be any issues. Really isn't hard at all. It works fantastic with this ratcheting duck head system. This is a great invention, and I really appreciate how easy it is to work with. Rabaconda does a great job on these things, and boy, go check one of these out. The current pricing is somewhere around the $600 for this setup. You may wind up a little bit over that with you know, some of the optional stuff if you need ones that will take off like tubed tires and things like that, or different styles. There's different style heads that come with this. Here's a different duck head style. You know, it really depends on what you need for your setup. You know, you can see this is, they definitely have a little bit of different profile to them. Has some different adapters, you know, things that will go in this, you know, whether it's in this particular one or... So guys, I hope you got something out of this, and you can see it's pretty easy to change your own tires. So yeah, this is something I now have in my shop, and we'll be able to change out tires for people. So it's a good addition to my shop. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.